Okay, today we will talk about the throw by, and just look at the previous video. Now we almost know how to do takedowns, okay? So let's say I have head position, I have my elbow up, okay? And I control the wrist, or I have inside position so he can control me. I can do it face to face, I can do it side on side. If I see that my partner brings his elbow down, I immediately start pulling him. I can have my head on the inside, or I pull him and take the head out, okay? So how I like to do it is push, pull, and push again. And I do it by myself, even if he's not fighting it. Looks something like this. But I pull him, and then I can push into the throw by, okay? And the throw by looks something like this. A lot of people struggle with it because they don't understand that you punch with your torso. The hand is only showing the direction. So if you try to punch with the hand, and Linus has a good whizzer, even if I already won, okay, he can still push his whizzer down. Yeah, if I do it with my hand, I will lose every time. So what I do is called hip to hip or hip to crotch action. Even without the grip, I try to go right here, or even better, hip to crotch. Because when I do this, the weight goes to his other leg. And if the weight is on the other leg, it's very hard for Linus to keep a strong whizzer in. Okay, and this is where I use the punch. So I have this, I move my partner, or I'm not moving him, I can go in here and immediately attack. So I step hip to hip or hip to crotch. The more you go hip to crotch, the more you give him the leg, but it's not a problem, to be honest. I have head position, and I go bop. You see what he does? Even without doing anything. I'm not doing anything, I just hip checked him or crotch checked him. So I can also do it from pushing and pulling. And understand that we can do it from a pulling underhook, we can only do it from a pushing underhook. So the pulling underhook is more to snap people down. I think we will look at it the next time. So now that I hip checked my partner, I want the hip position. And now I just punch forward like this. And the closer you are in, the more you land in this position. This is not the issue, you can just step behind, because the weight should be distributed against your partner. He should move himself without wanting, or without, he doesn't want to move this way, okay? That's what we talked about in the first video. You want to move your partner against his will. Moving your partner, not against his will, but into his will, so if he wants to move back, it's completely different. So one more time. I have an underhook. Let's say I played with it, pulling, pushing. I make sure that he doesn't get hip inside position. I control the other hand. Even if he has a strong whizzer, I hip check him, and with the hip check, I can throw it down. If you don't want to hip check because you're afraid, you can also do it on the outside, but you need to make him move somehow. Okay? If I do it real quick, it looks something like this. I can pull, I push, I go here, pop, and now I'm there. So it looks something like this. And if this shouldn't work because of whatever reason, you still have the body lock. So you do this, the whizzer is not going away. Keep him in, the whizzer. Yeah, and then you should have the body lock and already hip in position. And if you have the body lock right here, let go of the body lock. You will get uchimated. This is only good if you can bring the face or the head behind the hip. Okay, so if I go behind him, I need to make sure to do this, or in the worst case, to elevate him. But we will talk about body locks, snapping down with underhooks the next times if you guys want to.